This much, we'll again take vermilion and we will just make those lines, those dividing lines. And then the thatched roof kind of an effect. I mean those lines. Who is showing? Yeah. Alright, so Shamita, you keep continuing with me right now. Okay, now we're going to leave this part as it is. Now we'll move to the body of the house, as in the wall of the house. For that, I'm going to take black. Just very little black over here. Immediately, water, just spread it. Because we do not want our black to settle down over there. And we will not add any white to it to make it grey, we'll just make it black. And we'll convert black into grey. Same thing for this side also. Just add a bit of black line. Wash your brush immediately. Just avoid the door over there. Okay, now this one also the same thing. Black on the top. For this you can use a little thinner brush because this is a narrow area. And this part will be slanting. Nirja, are you following, bacha? Yeah, no, not to worry, you will get it by Saturday. Yes, so the reason I wanted you to be a part of this so that you know that what we are doing. Okay, now we'll also finish off this one. We'll again take little black. Now if you notice, I've just colored half of the pole, not the full pole. Other half of the pole will be blended with black. Sorry, blended with water. Now we're going to let this dry. Even the lines that we have here, we can just mark like this and leave it. Now let's come to the now let's come to the ground part. In ground part, gamboge, beta Okay, now you take gamboge and just, no need to exactly get the shape and everything of how we generally make our bushes and all. Just this basic horizontally coloring. Otherwise, generally I would have told you all that please make sure you have those scribbles and everything over here. But right now we will not do all those things because those will be taken care by oil pastel work. The next color I am using is Viridian Green. Bushes and trees are the thing which takes maximum of the time. If you do it in the right way, you know, like with full scribbles and every leaf. Now I'm going to use sap green. Now move to the thin brush. Take burnt umber and just your path. So actually these work take a lot of time when we do it on a bigger sheet, but right now since we are working on a small sheet, so it's easy to finish it off faster. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of raw umber add slight black to it. I'm going to take a little raw sienna. You can use yellow ochre also in place of raw sienna. Following? Now I'm using raw burnt umber. So I'm just trying to get different colors for the stones so that you know we know that okay, these what we have here is normal stones and all. Now just take raw umber and just make the lines for the fence. A little bit of sap green. Just make sure that your brush is not split. That means the tip should not be like this. It should always be together. Because if it splits, then immediately dip your brush in water. Okay, now if I tell you that my painting is done, my painting work is over, and just submit your work like this. So obviously it's not complete, right? Okay, just make with rhomb, just make lines for windows and door. Okay, now let's keep our watercolor a little bit aside. Let's begin with oil pastel work. Fine. So we'll first take Prussian blue. There's my Prussian blue. Here it is. Okay. Now Prussian blue very lightly in the sky. Very lightly, when I mean, I like literally mean that very lightly and just randomly. And Bhavya, unlike yesterday, in this one we will not put water in sky. Because in yesterday's picture it was required, whereas in today's, since the sky is supposed to be lighter, so we are going to just leave it like that. Okay, then you take medium yellow, which will almost not be seen, Prussian green, deep green or dark green, and leaf green. Okay, start with the tree. I don't think I have to tell you all where we need to put dark and where we need to put light. Obviously dark will go wherever we have already applied dark with water paint, isn't it? So leaf green, Prussian green, little bit of sap green. Of course dark brown, not to forget to make those branches. If you see, I'm not coloring in a particular order, I'm just randomly coloring. Just trying to understand where it is dark, where it is light. And I'm just using the colors at its best capability. Okay, now the tree trunk. We will not be using yellow ochre in this case. We will just use black, dark brown, black also very little for this kind of tree, and brown. Okay, so first we go with brown. Then of course dark brown. Hold on, Jasmita. And little bit of black only where you want it to be dark. Maybe some of the inside branches you can make it. You can make them black. Okay, now if you've made any additional branch after coloring the tree, then just make sure you again take either sap green or you take deep green, and if you want you can just cover a little part of the branch from basically and mainly from where it is coming out in front of the eye. Okay, now we begin with the house. Primary red and deep yellow. Okay. So wherever those lines were made, na, see, you will get a rough effect if you are using watercolor paper. If you are using normal paper, you will get the normal smooth effect. Okay, now little bit of deep yellow from opposite direction. Flower. Okay, now we will not make an outline. Okay, we'll just go like this and you will highlight the thatched part of it. So you draw a straight line and then the curve. A straight line, curve, straight line, curve, straight line, and then you leave it with curve. Same thing over here. Here just go a little bit of primary red straight and then okay, now take out dark grey and dark brown. And I'm sorry, also take out white. So you're going to pull this dark grey with white. Dark brown I've told for the window. Obviously below window also you will have a bit of cast shadow. Pull the same with white. Now let's come to this side. Sorry, not dark brown. Yes. Then you take dark brown for the window and the door. Now in this one we will just pull the color of window a bit down, door also, and here just go horizontal, just to show the inside part of it. Your house is done. Now we'll come to this one. This pole we will color at the end. We'll first now finish this, because if we don't finish this, then we will not be able to add shadow to the, that is also dark grey, yes. And what you're going to do is, you're going to take a thin brush, okay, and you're going to dip it in black paint. And you're just going to make an outline over here, which will be difficult to work it on oil pastel. That's why hardly any water, as much color possible. Just make an outline here. Because then my grey would have not been seen. I want my grey to be seen underneath. And I want the paint to be seen from top as the outline. Yes, good question. Now with dark grey, you're going to just show the shadow of this. Okay. Right, now we'll move to this part. Too much of scribbling part. Okay, now we'll start with this part. We will not take lemon yellow right now. We'll first move with either deep green or dark green and leaf green. sorry I took, yeah, either deep or dark and leaf green. So obviously this is the only scribble, 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 scribble and scribble and scribble.